The hustle and the struggle every day of the week. The hustle and the struggle every day of the week. The hustle and the struggle every day of the week. The hustle and the struggle.
Yeah. Welcome to another episode of The Hustle and the Struggle. And today we're going to really dive deep into literally the hustle and the struggle. I mean, we do in every episode, but there's a great and particular story in this episode where we're going to go ahead and drill down real deep into the sincere hustle and the struggle. My name is PVP, and my partner, my co-host, my guy with that wearing the hats. I don't wear the hats. He wears the hats. Is Jameson Philippi. Jameson, talk to the people then.
What's going on, guys? Jameson Philippi here, coming at you with another episode. I think we're on episode 6 right now. Yeah, we wanted to dive in this week. I wanted to share a story with everybody. For you, those of you that haven't heard it, I recently got my bank account levied from a creditor that I had from 10 years ago, and they drained my account down to zero. Didn't leave me with anything. They took thousands of dollars from me, and pretty much took all the money I had saved up for reselling, all my money for living, all my money for anything. They took every single dime I had to my name. And I kind of want to talk about that because I know a lot of these YouTube people, they don't talk about, the real stuff. They kind of just talk about the numbers and the stuff they source and the stuff they sell. But, sometimes things happen to us and that, we don't have control over that. And, I can guarantee you probably 90% of people would give up right now and just be like, all right, I'm going to go out and get a job and then, quit reselling or do reselling part-time. But, I almost, I hesitated on getting a real job, going out and get a job, not a real job. But I decided that I'm going to still push along. I think I have enough inventory to keep me afloat. And, I got enough people out there giving me advice, helping me out, that I can keep on pushing. But, we can do two things when this happens. We can quit, we can keep on going, I always say this, there are two types of people in this world, in my opinion. People that wait for opportunity and people that create opportunity. And, I'm going to make a choice to create opportunity out of this. I'm going to learn from this. They may have took my finances, but they have not taken my knowledge. I still have all the knowledge that I've learned in the past 2 years from reselling, and I can still use that knowledge. A year ago, I was completely broke. I never had thousands of dollars sitting in the bank. I know I can get that back. It's going to be very tough, and especially with fourth quarter coming up, that's going to just eliminate, a good portion of my sales. I could have turned that $1,000, that few $1,000s into, 10, 20, 30 grand over the next couple of months here from fourth quarter. And now I'm not going to have that in my arsenal to sell more. I really wanted to sell 100K, this fourth quarter. And, it's going to be a little bit tougher to do it. I'm going to try to make a comeback and, come back in the clutch and make it happen. But, sometimes, don't, and there's another thing I want to talk about is that people complain constantly on Facebook, over minor things, in the green room, on my regular Facebook, on YouTube, you get a return for $100, crap happens, it does suck. I just got a return on eBay I'm about to get a return on eBay for $355, my biggest return ever. And then 2 days later, I get my bank account levied for thousands of dollars, that does not feel good at all. And, I could sit around and bitch about it, complain about it, but, that complaining about it is not going to get me anywhere. I'm not going to move forward by complaining about it. I think negativity, it spreads like wildfire. And if I'm going to get negative about it, I'm going to have negative results. If I want positive results, I need to be positive. And I'm just going to keep on pushing. I hope people can learn from this. I'm constantly, talking to people, giving advice, and, I'm always willing to talk to people, chat with people. And, I really think that, no matter what happens in our lives, as long as you keep on pushing, you learn from it, you get back up, you keep on going. The difference between winners and losers is that, losers choose to give up. Winners keep on going. People that succeed fail more than people that choose to give up. The people that are, CEOs of eBay, Amazon, I can guarantee you they've failed more time than the people that are failing in life right now. They chose to learn from their mistakes, continue to grow. You're not always going to make good decisions. You're not always going to, make profitable decisions. But if you continue to learn from your mistakes, you can do anything. If, you want to be a millionaire, you can be a millionaire. You set goals and you do what you got to do. You can do that. But yeah, that's pretty much my story. I'm gonna toss it over to PvP here. But yeah, man, just don't ever give up, guys. Don't ever give up, for real.
You dropped so much like this, and I just wanted to break it down a little bit because you dropped so much in incredible information right now. And to piggyback on what Jameson is saying, we do very much, both of us, enjoy watching other resellers because we learn so much from them. They're entertaining, they're educational, but those guys are kind of like the next level, maybe even 2 or 3 levels up, where they really are doing it and killing it, right? Like, folks, this is the bottom basement right here, and I take pride in saying that we are like the bottom basement, like kind of. Our 1 foot in full-time reselling, 1 foot in like just being absolutely poor poverty, like watching the TV with the fire, and then I mean, I'm just over exaggerating there, but this is real, folks, right here, And other resellers, they do talk about their downtimes, but this is not a glamorous thing. It's a thing that takes a lot of work. And one of the biggest things that Jameson has said, the way I was interpreting it, is what's going to be the difference between him failing and him succeeding is going to be his mindset. It's going to be what he knows. It's kind of like if I could use a metaphor where you're thrown into the woods with nothing, and let's say you're naked and you just have nothing. You're going to take your wits to go ahead and survive. You're going to either stay there and become bear food, or you're going to go ahead and you're going to go ahead and use the environment and do what you have to do to survive. And we ask you with this with this show, like, what kind of person are you? And it's okay to be one. It's okay to change. It's not a thing that's static and it's set. But what kind of person are you? What are you going to do when everything around you is falling apart and failing and not working? Are you going to go ahead and pull up your pants and make something happen, or are you just going to lay there on the floor and die?
Exactly. So, very true.
Jameson has said so many things. And like I said, folks, this show is called The Hustle and the Struggle because this is real, Jameson said, this situation that happened to him and how he's he's fallen, he's gone up the hill, he's falling down the hill, but he's slowly starting to come back up that hill. And it's because, like I said, of what he knows and his determination that he's going to go ahead and be in the situation that he's in. One thing that I have not told Jameson, or I haven't shared publicly yet, is in order for me to survive in between, like the month of September and finding work, I've had to take about $1,000. No, I'm sorry, about $1,500 in debt just to live and pay my bills. Where I'm going to be having to work to go ahead and pay that back before I can even begin sourcing again. But the main goal of work and everything is to get back to reselling, because it's something that we both enjoy, that we've the fruits of the tree that have come from the reselling plant that we've planted, right? We've enjoyed those fruits, and we want to continue nurturing that and continue growing that. So this is real stuff, folks, and this is, like I said, the hustle and the struggle. This is reality right here. And we're not dissing or putting down other resellers. We continue to support. We continue to watch everyone else. But what they're doing, they're the next level. And folks, this is kind of like the baby steps. We're the Weebox and they're the Reeboks. You know what I'm saying? We're growing to get. We're growing our foot size to get into the Reeboks, but we're still kind of in the Weebox section. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But folks, tell us, of course. We would love to engage with you if this resonates with you, or if you're going through a similar situation. You can contact me. You can contact Jameson on Facebook and talk to us about your situation. You're not by yourself in going through this. You're not by yourself in going through this. We're going through this together. And if you choose to win, we're going to win. But if you choose to lay down on the side and not win and lose, then, so be it. This is what makes the reward at the end the sweetest, is the hard times.
Yeah, exactly.
Like when you finally get to the place you want to get to, or you have some measure of success, the hard times now, this struggle, this hustle right now, this maybe chip on your shoulder that you're angry at the world because they got what you want and you don't have it. Use that This is the hard time now, folks. This is the hard time that you look back fondly on and be like, damn, I remember when I was in debt. I remember when I lost all my money. And look where I am now. And we've heard those success stories over and over again, you know? And how come that can't be us? It can be us. We have to choose and put in the work to do so.
Exactly.
James, you want to add on to that?
Yeah, definitely. I think I mentioned it on the last show. You know, it's that quote by Les Brown that I actually have on my computer. You know, if life knocks you down, try and land on your back. Because if you can look up, you can get up. You know, I read that off my computer every single day, and I live that every single day. You know, like the second I was sitting right here when I found out my bank account was levied. You know, a few days ago, I was sitting right here, and I'm not gonna lie, I lost it for a couple minutes, you know, I almost freaked out, everything I had worked for the past year is gone, every dime, everything, and I was getting ready to go freaking, buy a car here this week, with some of that money and get work on getting my LLC. I was in the process of doing that and doing all sorts of other things, and it all came to a screeching halt. So but I after a few hours going back and forth thinking and all that, I decided that I'm gonna I hate using the word man up because but I'm gonna do what I need to do to survive.
Use that term. It's cool, dude. It's cool. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not a big fan of that term because I hear people like, oh, man up, but people use it for dumb things, so I just don't like using it. But it's time to buckle down, and luckily it's only the beginning of October. We still got a full we still got about 5 weeks before we things start diving in. If I bust my hump off, I can acquire some of that money back, probably not all of it, but some of it, and I'm gonna do that. I've got some things to sell on eBay. I've got some clothes. I hate selling clothes. I mean, I like it, but I hate how long it takes me to do it. So I'm going to list some clothes. I've got, a couple hundred, maybe like 100 or 150 in the clothing items. And I've got, some video games and other random stuff that I've been selling. I got my thing right here all set up. I listed a couple broken PS3s, just lining them up, throwing them up for $100, seeing if anyone bites. And listed 4 Wiis yesterday. Listing some, GameCubes, Nintendo 64s, listed a couple video cameras, just a bunch of random stuff, a couple lenses, and hopefully I can get some sales going and, get some of that money back so that way I can go back out there and flip. Some of this stuff I might only break even on, but I'm just doing whatever I can to get cash in hand. I don't care how much, I don't care if, say these PS3s right there, say I spent $50 on them, I'm not worried about what I spent on them. I'm just worrying about what I can get for them right now. But, if I lose money on them, I win money, I gain money on them. It's like, I don't even care. I just want to get whatever I can get for those, liquidate, turn that into cash in hand, and go out there and buy more inventory and do it all over again and flip. Obviously I'm going to have to tighten down on what I'm buying. I'm not going to go for the 25, 30, 40, 50% ROI. I'm going to have to go for 100% or 75 or 200, something. And I'm going to have to try to go for quicker flips that sell for more. So I'm gonna have to be really tight with my money, and hopefully I can get lucky at the Goodwill. Go to enough Goodwills, you'll find good stuff. So I'm gonna just buckle down and just do what needs to be done. So. And
I wanted to ask you, and if you're comfortable talking about this, if you're not, we don't have to. But you put your story out on Facebook. You put your story out. Excuse me one second. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you. I need it. I need all the blessings, bro. You know what I mean? You put your story out on Facebook. You put your story out in the green room. And what has been like, the way people know you, the way I met you, which I've discussed before on this show, is, you're big. You give back often in terms of information, in terms of bolos, in terms of what's worth and what's not. And myself included, and many people are indebted to you for doing so. And what has been the response since you put this information out on Facebook, since you put this information out on the green room? And folks, I know we mentioned the green room a lot, and we're not like fanboys of the green room. I mean, we're members, we're paid members of the green room. But the truth of the matter is that of so many groups that I'm a member of, truth be told, in the reselling community, it's the one that's the smallest. I wouldn't say it's. I think it's great that it's one of the smaller, tightest paid groups where you see the same folks often giving information all the time and folks being supportive of each other. And you know, I don't go in there and say a lot because I just maybe I have an issue where I don't feel like I can kind of give so much because I'm not as knowledgeable as others. But I can tell you that the money that I put into that group has paid itself back more times than not. And it's true that we're sound like such fanboys and it's totally a commercial for them. But the proof is in the pudding. We wouldn't talk about these people. They're not paying us. They're not asking us to put this information out there. We put this information out because it's the truth. You know?
Yeah.
But enough of that. What I'm trying to say, I'm trying to ask you is, what has been the response since you put this information out there? Your story, James.
Man, I've gotten a lot of support, that's for sure. I'm getting a lot of advice. A lot of people are messaging me and checking in on me. You know, I've had people call me and, you know, give me pep talks. You know, I've talked to probably like 5 different Green Room members that have called me and see how I'm doing, you know, make sure I'm not going to do anything dumb or, you know, like fall back into old habits. For, you know, obviously I've said this before, I used to be a drug addict and stuff like that. So, you know, people were checking in on me. You know, like I even, you know, had a buddy in the Green Room, he posted in there last night saying, you know, hey, Jameson's having a hard time right now, you know, if you want to help him out, here's his PayPal. Like he threw that up on eBay. He threw that in the Green Room. I didn't even know he did that, like, until like my PayPal thing started going off. Like I had like, you know, a few different people throw me some money and stuff, and, you know, they gave me a few $100, and, you know, that, dude, that, like, that's awesome, you know, like, you know, like, I mean, obviously it's not going to clear up everything I'm going through, but like it's just the gesture, exactly. You know, like it's not even about the amount that they gave me, you know, like some gave me 10, you know, 40, you know, like this and that, like it doesn't even matter. Like it's the fact that they did it. Like, dude, I don't even care if someone sent me $1. It's just like the gesture that like you care. And then, you know, like the Green Room has no problem helping me when I'm on, you know, when I'm on my butt right now. Like, it's just awesome that people are willing to do that. Like, it's just crazy, dude. Like,
no, I want to piggyback on it. Like, you want to know why the reason why people like give to him without asking or just without, like, this guy, he put it up out of his own will, is because Jameson, he serves, he gives, you know, and he doesn't ask for stuff in return. And this is just, I think, a general lesson that if folks give, you know, to give without asking, give without asking. I mean, just be aware if anyone will take advantage. I mean, that's a different story. You know, use your common sense, but give and serve, and the universe will always and every time repay you back. You know?
Exactly. I want to say one more quick thing here. That's another thing too, is that when I first started getting into the reselling community last summer, I noticed that, you know, people weren't willing to help. You know, like I would ask people for help, they really wouldn't give me help, or they'd give me vague answers. You know, and then I got to the point where there's certain things I just didn't know. I couldn't find it on YouTube. I couldn't find it on Google. I would straight up ask people, and they'd be like, go do the research yourself. Go do this yourself. Like, and it's like, I can't, you know, I just need help. I need a couple questions. I got questions that need one-on-one, like, help. Like, it's, you know, and
you
like,
need to be pointed in the right direction.
Exactly. And people were, you know, jerks about it. I was in some of the free groups, and people were jerks about it. Like, I'm not going to say the Facebook groups, but there was a good handful of them that were just like, nobody would help. And, you know, once I joined, and finally I just decided to pull the trigger and join the Green Room. I couldn't even afford it at that time, but I made it happen. And, you know, it was the best decision I made. And, like, you know, once I started to build up and, you know, get full time, I made it my #1 goal to provide value to people. Like, any free single person I talk to, I want to make sure I provide value to them in some way or another at any given time, you know, because so many people did not provide value to me. They did not help when I asked, especially when I asked, you know, no one was willing to help, but I provide value. Even if somebody doesn't even have the pride, you know, or they got too much pride to ask for help. Like, if I see someone, I think they need help, I'll offer them help, you know, but like, hey, you want to do a hangout, you know, call me on the phone, you know, text me, blah, blah, blah. Like, I've done that probably to literally not in
hangouts with people. I know this for a fact. You have done so many hangouts and just talking with people and like consulting with people, and you haven't asked for anything. You've done this so much. I just want to big up. You know what I'm saying? Much respect for that, for sure.
Yeah, I think that's probably the #1 reason why I'm still going, and why I am so successful, and like why right now I'm pretty much down on my luck and people are picking me back up, like, is because I provide value and I help people, and I don't do it because I don't want anything in return. I do it because I get an enjoyment from watching other people succeed and learn. Like that's like, you know, I get more joy out of that than I do flipping things, you know, and making money. Like I rather help people and spread knowledge to people so they can, you know, succeed and provide for their families and grow their business and do whatever they need to do. So
I just you know, we're wrapping this one up, unfortunately, because it's this one's a short one. But the takeaways that I just wanted to elaborate on, just number one is, you know, we all go through hard times. Your mindset is going to go ahead and get you up and out. Your mindset and your knowledge and action, of course, are going to get you up and out of, you know, your situation. But you have to choose to do so. And another thing is to give and to serve. And with this mindset, you will have abundance. Like we said it before on this show, and yeah, I've said it several times. We've talked about it. Like Zig Ziglar, right? He says, like, if you help enough folks get what they want, you'll eventually get what you want.
Exactly.
So, and Jameson, just in closing, and I can say this to you privately, but I'll tell you this here, that Jameson, just that you're not by yourself. There's a lot of people, myself included, that respect you, that got love for you, and you are not in this alone. You could be in another state, another country, but with this means of communication, just know that you're not by yourself in going through this. You know?
Exactly, dude. It's like and, you know, we don't get paid. We're not benefiting from getting anyone to join the green room, but it's like people in there are just like family. Like I just checked my phone now, and I've already got 3 more messages from 3 different people that are just checking on me. Hey, how you doing? Blah 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 blah. You know, what's going on? You know, you need some advice. Da 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 da. Like, I mean, it's like constant. You know, people are checking in on me. Like, I mean, dude, like, my own family doesn't even do that. Like, you know, so
that's real right there, you know. And folks, if in any way, shape, or form you want to go ahead and help Jay out, you can message him, or you can message him on Facebook, and he'll provide you any kind of details if you wanted to help him out during this time, you know. But folks, as always, we do this because we want to do this, and we enjoy sharing this information. And as always, we hope that this information finds you in a good place, gives you inspiration, and know that even if we don't know each other and you're watching this and this relates to you, this talks to you, you know, we're friends, yeah? And you're not by yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah, like I said, if we don't know each other, we're going to come to know each other in the future. And, you know, we're in this together. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to end it on that. And Jameson, is there any way you wanted to finish it off?
I guess not. I got nothing else for now. Just appreciate you guys watching. We're gonna keep bringing out more shows. You know, keep growing, keep learning, doing what we do. So that's it for right now, guys.
That's that, folks. Thank you. Stay blessed, and as always, keep making that pop. Be good.
The hustle and the struggle every day of the week. The hustle and the struggle every day of the week. The hustle and the struggle.